Hi, everybody. Welcome to Elder Scrolling Online, episode number 10. We are back. I am Joe the Widget Wilson, and I am joined by my fellow co-hosts, Fred Warner? Or
Yeah, that's
Warner?
close. It's Warner, Werner.
Warner? Okay. AKA Baranon. It's the first time I'm actually using your last name, so you gotta forgive me. I haven't used them before. I
No, you
am...
haven't.
How have you been, buddy? We missed you the last couple episodes.
I've been pretty bad, but I'm okay now. Thank you. Back on the show, and I feel good about it.
I'm glad. We're glad to have you back, man.
Thank you.
And we are joined, as always, by Vince Robinson, a Karenith.
Hello, everyone. Hope you've all been well and having a lot of fun out in Tamriel.
And as always, we are joined by another one of our fellow co-hosts, the pixelated man himself, Justin Blatkey, aka Novosti.
Close, Blateki.
Blateki. I'll get that pronunciation of the T correctly. I didn't mess
One
it
of
up on
these
the last
days.
shows. Yeah,
But good news,
Blateki.
Packers won, so it's all good in the world.
Packers won. We're going to NFC Championship.
The Green Bay Packers have done it finally.
We're not to the Super Bowl yet, but we are getting there. One more game away. Now you got a game. Oof. But I'm not going to get into that because we are talking about Elder Scrolls Online, not the Green Bay Packers.
That's true.
All right, we got a show ahead of us, guys. Unfortunately, the PTS did not come out this week like we were hoping, so we cannot do our PTS episode that shows what it's all about and for the 1.6. Hopefully, it'll come out this next week, and we'll be able to do that next Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And all our information for the show, if you're interested in contacting us via email, Twitter, you name it, top right-hand side of your screen. And, yep, over there somewhere. Yeah, that way. Ooh, wrong way, that way. There we go.
Somewhere up there.
Yeah, he got it. So we got a couple of things we're going to go over tonight. One of the things, our big discussion of the topic is armor sets. How and what, because there are several of them. We're actually kind of noobs to armor sets as well. So we're going to be discussing what we discovered tonight with you guys. And I'm going to be showing you guys a few of those sets as well. We're going to talk a little bit about 1.6, a couple of things what to do about 1.6, and so on and so forth. And, yeah, no PTS update. And our brief description of what we've been going on in-game this week. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right on in with 1.6. Vince, take it away.
Okay. So with 1.6, we still don't have, that much information as to exactly what is coming to the PTS, but we do know that there have been some changes in the plans for how the champion system is going to be initially implemented. So what's going to happen is instead of everyone who's a veteran getting a flat 30 champion points, as was the original plan, based on feedback, ZeniMax has made a change. So you will get credit for being a higher veteran level. And in fact, once again, you will actually get credit even for a little bit of experience past VR14. So they're basically going to track XP all the way to what would effectively be VR15, or 1 million XP past VR14. Now, if you do hit that magical number of 1 million past VR14 on one character on your account, so in effect VR15, you will get the maximum amount of benefit of champion points initially awarded to you. So this is a little bit tricky to explain. Basically, you're going to get a pool of 70 champion points, and depending on how many veteran levels you have on your account as a whole, based among all of your characters, that's going to determine how many of those 70 points you'll be able to access. When you access those points, they'll go into your normal champion point pool, which is separate, and all of your characters can individually draw upon that pool. So let's say you have a character that's a million XP past VR14. When 1.6 goes live, all of the characters that are on your account are going to be able to have 70 champion points of their own to allocate in their own way, the way they wish to allocate them. Let's say you're only VR2. Now the way this works, you get your first champion point at VR1 plus 200,000 XP. So if you're VR1 but you haven't earned any XP into Veteran, you actually won't get a starting champion point, but however, you'll still be able to earn champion points the normal way. And we do not yet know exactly how that is going to be, how you're going to earn those.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a factor that we don't know. But you can have a mix of veteran characters in your account. So let's say you have a veteran 12 and a veteran 6. If you have a combination like that would add up to, more than veteran rank 15, you'll be fine. You're going to get the maximum benefit. But even if you don't have a veteran character, it's not really that big of a deal because you'll be able to earn the champion points just like everybody else. This is just a head start to give credit to those who have already achieved and done a lot, in the veteran ranks, to make sure that effort is rewarded, and that's the real reason for this. And that's about all we really know for certain as to what they plan to do as far as the initial champion point award. Again, we're still waiting for the release notes from the PTS, so we'll have a better idea of exactly how the mechanics are going to work in terms of how you can earn them. How many XP or how many hours playing, or what is going to determine the earning of these champion points.
Fair enough. What do you guys think?
That sounds a little bit better than what they were originally going to do. I also heard something, and I don't know if this is from the actual, mouth of the gods themselves or what, but I think it was from Deltia's website with his deltiasgaming.com. He's got that video up there. I think he said something about being earning a champion point per hour of gameplay. I don't know if that's going to be the way it's going to be done.
I heard that somewhere, but I'm not sure if that has any.
Well, yeah, it came out of his video
okay.
that you were talking about.
So
that's
not what I heard from ZeniMax, but
yeah. Well, again, yeah,
that could be
like I
changed.
said, I heard that from him. His little video there about how they're planning on doing it. Whether that's true or not,
I did hear from someone. I heard secondhand, like you said, that a champion point would be approximately 1 hour.
Right.
But I don't know if it is time based. It would seem to be more like it should be XP based.
Yeah, I agree with you, but they said something about that, so I thought that was an interesting way of talking about it. You don't think so, Joe?
I don't know. Things change all the time. Some things what I hear a month ago could be different the next month.
Yeah.
I still know some things that are coming out for the game though that I really want to talk about, but cannot. So hopefully they'll release that information soon, so I can just let it all out.
Yeah.
All of it.
But the way I understand, you get 70. You're going to have 70 champion points if you have a VR 14, and you're saying plus 1 million experience points in some fashion of.
Correct.
So if you don't have it, let's say for example, like you or I at this point, you might be close. But let's say I only have, like for example, somebody who's a VR 10. Plus I have 3 other characters that are VR 25, VR 20, VR 20, I'm saying level, but they're all under VR 1. They're not going to count at all. So it's
correct.
all going to be,
those won't count.
Right. So and to make the point, they all have to be at least VR 1.
Correct.
And
but that
at
VR
least 200,000 points into VR 1. So they can't be VR 1 just made it. They have to have at least 200,000 points accrued into that VR 1 experience in order to accrue at least 1 championship point.
That's correct, but there is also time. Remember, it's not even on the PTS yet. So
right. We don't know how it's going to finish out. We're talking only by what they've said to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is correct, sir. So much is up in the air for 1.6 still. They're being very tight-lipped about it, which is very typical and understandable in a lot of ways. We will know soon enough, ladies and gentlemen. Like they said, they plan on having this update released this month, and we're nearing halfway in. So we've got about a 2-week window, and it hasn't even hit PTS yet, so we'll see what really happens. It may not hit till February at this point. We don't know. But hopefully soon. I think a lot of people are really itchy to get this awesome new content out and playable.
Yeah, hopefully Monday or Tuesday we'll get the PTS update.
Think so?
Yep, that'd be nice.
I think so.
Well, we thought that last week too, and that went well.
Yeah. I think it's going to be at least another week because they're probably still trying to get the kinks out of the system because
it could be, but if that's the case, I think then the go live would probably be in February.
Right. I don't think the go live is until February now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Because you gotta give it at least 2 to 3 weeks on
You have
PTS
to,
before
yeah.
they hit.
Yeah.
And with 2 weeks left of the month ish, Yeah, I'll see it happening until February.
So
All right, guys.
that's
Well,
the way that goes.
when we do, we will have our PTS special episode where we go into PTS and just talk about that for an entire episode, which will probably be 11 at this point. I hope. We'll see. As of right now, though, there are a ton of armor sets in this game. A ton. And if you're in the VR ranks, the armor sets is where you want to be. All right. So I've got a little bit of an intro here, and we'll go into the sets themselves. Armor sets are the way to gear in ESO, like I said. There are various ways to obtain said sets. Arguably the easiest is crafting. However, there are several crafted sets that all rely on how much you have researched in a given trade skill and what pieces and how much have been researched. So say you are doing blacksmithing, for instance. You got to have, some of the sets may require 5 researched in your helm, your chest piece, and so on and so forth. So you have had to have at least 5 researched in each one of those. Now, to get what I think is one of the best sets in the game, period, the Twiceborn Star, I can talk, I swear it. It requires 9 traits, which is maxed out. Everything researched on every piece that you want to make. That takes weeks and weeks and weeks to do, if you can find the right pieces of research that you're missing. But I'll get into a little bit what that is. So the cool thing is that the set bonuses go to a maximum of 5. Okay, so 5 pieces to get the maximum on most of them. However, the weapon sets go to a maximum of 3. And they'll usually have 2-piece, 3-piece, 4-piece, and 5-piece bonuses on the crafted and a lot of the picked up armor sets. And seeing as you can have anywhere from 11 to 12 pieces on your character at any time, that allows you for a maximum of 3 sets. Well, not a maximum, you could actually technically do a lot more than that. But to get the most benefit out of sets, I would highly recommend 3 sets. If you're dual wielding, you're going to have 12 pieces. If you're not, you're like me who uses a bow and two-handed, you're looking at 11.
Right.
So for me, I think one of my ideal situations would be like a 5, 4, and a 2. So I want to get that maximum 5 because that's where a special ability usually applies into the sets.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 for the high-end stats, and 2 for that little extra oomph, depending on the set I'm looking at. Or you could do 2 5s and have 1 random piece of gear somewhere. It's up to you entirely. If you're doing 12s, you could have, or 12 slots, you could have, 3 4s if you wanted. But you can have 3 sets and have the multiple bonuses from each of those sets, and they can work very well, in highly boosting your character. So we're going to get into what those sets are and some of our favorites, and just basically talk about them. Any comments on that part, guys?
No.
Not too much to add there. It's all good so far.
All right, so
Yep.
Twiceborn Star is a crafted set, like I said. Now, it is pretty much, it's a 9 trait set. All right, so it's going to take expert crafters in order to get this one. But the cool thing about it is that it adds for 2 items max health, max stamina at 3 items, max magicka at 4 items, which basically means the max it can give you. That's per character and your stats. It'll tell you what it'll give you. And allows you to have 2 Mundus Stone boons at the same time. So 2 Mundus Stone buffs at the same time for a 5-piece set. So
Awesome.
that, in my opinion, is an epic set. And it can be crafted in either light, medium, or heavy. And that's the nice thing about the crafted sets is you can craft them in whatever armor type that you want them for. The drop sets are whatever you're going to get. They have heavy armor sets, medium armor sets, light, as well as weapon sets. And we'll get into those here in just a second. Another one I liked a lot was a weapon set, which I want to get for my DK when I get a chance. Now, the cool thing about that set, let me see, I have it pulled up here. Twice Fanged. The Twice Fanged is a weapon set, so it basically the weapon sets encompass rings, necklaces, and weapons. So, the Twice Okay, I lost track because the chat was being retarded here. So
Well, it
three,
adds weapon damage with 2 items, and then when you have 3 or more, you get the attacking an enemy increases the physical penetration
exactly,
for 3 seconds. It can be stacked 5 times.
which equals up to insane damage. And if you're
Yeah.
a damage dealer, a melee damage dealer, yeah. The only problem is though, I believe it only drops one-handed swords.
Yeah.
So I think it's better for a dual wielder. So this really wouldn't work for me too well, I think.
All right, not for you, Dragon Knight, with the 2-handed.
No.
Yeah, no. But hey, it's a dream, you know. Maybe someday they'll just say, okay, let's make that 2-handed just for the widget, you know. Well, the widget and Baronon.
Right, yeah. Just
Yeah.
do the whole thing too.
Yeah.
And sword and
Right.
board even, yeah.
Yeah, I would use it.
Yeah, you could actually. You get 2 rings and,
And I
and
could
a
use
sword.
it with the single sword and then put on the necklace and a ring,
Yeah, exactly.
and then have a shield, something else. That's not a problem. I could deal with that. Because as a tank, that would be nice.
Another one I really liked is a caster set. It's a light armor drop set. Now, hold on a second. I was looking at that. The 2 Fang set, that one is a drop set, and it drops off of... oh yeah, that's right. It drops off the final bosses in the Ethereum Archive and Hellroth Citadel. So
And
those
that's
are,
in the trail.
those are both trials, right? So you have to get
Yeah.
a chance of getting those at the end of that. So good
Yeah.
luck getting
Yep.
all 3 pieces. That's why it's epic, is because you had to go through that to get it.
Oof, boy. That's a tough battle. Okay.
It is. Let me see here. Oh, I gotta talk about this one. I think you're looking at this one as well earlier, Fred. The destructive mage set.
Yeah.
That one's insane. I gotta get this
Oh.
one on my
that the one that-
sorcerer.
Enhances destructive touch.
No, this one is 3-item set. The 2 item is as Magicka, but the 3 item is heavy attacks place a bomb on the enemy. The bomb
Yep.
will explode for X amount of Daedric damage to nearby enemies when another player hits it with a heavy attack. Bombs can be placed once every 20 seconds.
That's the one that does the Daedric damage. We were trying to figure out what's Daedric
yeah, that's
damage.
right.
Remember that?
Yeah, what is Daedric damage? Yeah.
That is the question. But that is just a sexy ability, I gotta admit. I'm looking at...
It'd be nice to find out.
It's probably just a damage that can't be blocked by normal damage
Right.
mitigation. Is what I'm
Right.
assuming.
That's what I would have to go with.
I'm looking at the pictures here, and it shows like the rank 12s for 310 Daedric damage. It's all based on your stats, what the damage output will become. Because another one shows 298. It's really based off your stats. But these stabs are sexy. They really
Right?
are.
Yeah, look at that. Again, they drop in the trials.
Yeah, more trial
Yep.
drop.
Yeah.
Leave it to the big sexy ones for trials. And I gotta get back in. I gotta get into the trials now. That's all there is to
Yeah.
it.
There's a
Now
lot
that
of
we
things.
see, there's a reason for it besides just beating numbers.
Yeah, there's actually amazing sets in there.
Yeah.
Another set I was looking at was the Soul Shined.
Oh yeah.
And this one you can get from doing dungeons, I believe. No,
Where
it
is
drops
that?
from standard VR6 through 10 enemies and Craiglorn bosses.
Mhm.
It's the Soul Shine set. And the 5-piece of it is while casting or channeling a spell, your spell power is increased by 22. Which some of the stuff I'm seeing here shows like 23 or 24. So again, I think it's based off of stats. But for a caster, that's an epic set to have. I believe that is a heavy armor set. So that's something for, I would say, more for like a, well, hell, I don't know. What do you guys think?
The Soul Shine, I like it. I actually took a ring out of the warehouse. We had a couple in there. And then I lucked
what I'm
out and I
saying.
found a couple
Ben
more.
uses it.
So I actually have a couple of those spares right now.
Yeah.
If you'd like to try it.
Oh,
Well, that's certainly a caster's ring. I
Yeah.
could see anybody that does casting damage, you need Magicka. I mean, that's certainly an add Magicka, and then you got spell crit and spell damage.
And the spell power increased by 22 when casting a spell.
So that's definitely going for somebody who's. Wow, look at that.
There's
good
some
for a DPS sorcerer or anyone who does DPS with magic.
there's a couple of sets I was looking here that were really cool too. That one of them is a great tank set. I'm looking. I put everything. Oh yeah. It's the Spectre's Eye set. The 5-piece of
I
that.
saw that one.
Yeah. At 5, you gain 20% dodge chance for 3 seconds when casting a Magicka spell.
Oh.
It's a crafted set. It's 8 traits. So it's another one of those high-end crafted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for those of you who don't know about doing the crafted sets, you have to go to the special crafting locations. Each location will do a certain set. So you can. There's a
Right.
lot of information, like on the Elder Scrolls Online wiki, that you can find where each of these can be found and crafted at that location. So if you're interested in any of the crafted sets, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, we're actually looking at Elder Scroll Online.wiki. What's that? Vextralife.com?
Mhm.
And that's where we're getting this information from. And this place has maps showing you exactly where to look for these sets, where you can craft them and everything. Very cool site. But yeah, that's a great one. The only thing for me, that's not good for
Places
me
that
as a
got
tank.
everything.
Yeah.
There's so many sets, combination of crafted, and then you've got the PvP, you've got the stuff from the trials and the arena.
Yeah. This is an awesome site. But that Spectre's Eye would probably be okay for you because you use magic. I don't use Magicka that much, so I don't really care about that much. But I am currently using Ordnum Scales. I use a 5-piece combination of Ordnum Scales. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I use that.
There's the Juggernaut drop set, which goes up to VR 14. It's a heavy armor set. And the 5-piece of that was when health drops below 30%, you heal for 847 based off the stats again. This effect can occur once every 1.3 minutes.
That's a nice heal. Look at that. Look at how much health you get.
A ton of health. And
I
a
don't
ton
see
of
the
armor.
footman set in here. Am I missing something?
No,
What's that?
I didn't see it either.
What?
Yeah,
looked for
I-
it too.
I like that for the tank. I like the footman set, but it's missing, and I don't have it memorized exactly what it does, or I would let you guys know
Footman
about
set.
that one.
The Juggernaut's a PvP reward bag set.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a PvP reward back. So you would get
So you
that
can purchase
for,
that with your alliance points, probably then.
Yeah,
It
gonna
says
be a
that
luck
it's
of
a
the draw.
PvP reward bag only.
yeah. It's not
Oh,
from
okay,
a
so
vendor. You can't
it's a
get it from a
bag you
vendor.
get
You got to
in
get
the
it from
mail.
a PvP reward bag.
Okay. Wow, that would take a while to get a set of that then.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
I don't think I've ever gotten one of those.
What else are you guys looking at here?
Well, you got the melee DPS. You got Drow King Slayer. That's a good one.
You
Yeah.
have to keep in mind that you can combine these to make, multiple different procs on you. I mean, you can, for a tank, if you're interested in like spell or spell resistance, you have the Nicholas Heavy Armor,
hmm
and that's all
Yep,
about
yep.
adding a ton of spell resistance. And then the 5-piece is blocking projectile spells has a 25% chance of reflecting the spell back on its caster.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's really cool.
My
And
experience is
That's
more with the
probably where it's
crafted
coming
sets.
from.
Yeah, and that one.
that
Yeah,
drops off of Craglorn bosses.
Yep.
VR6.
So basically, doing the Craglorn 4-man dungeons
yeah,
would probably be the best way to get that one.
yeah.
Oh, here we are. Footman's Fortune. Here's the set.
Where's
It's called
that?
Yeah, instead of just Footman's, they actually call it Footman's Fortune on here.
Where's it at?
Yeah, VR 13 and 14. It's 13 in the normal mode of arena and 14 in the veteran mode of arena. And
Okay.
that's near the bottom here
Is it
of
heavy
the
armor?
very bottom of heavy armor. Second from the bottom.
Oh yeah,
and-
there it is. Okay, I got it. Yep.
Yeah, it adds max health, it adds armor, it adds spell
Oh,
resistance.
look at that. And
increases
increases
block
block mitigation.
Yep, and that's why I wanted that for my tank. So I'm
I'm
starting to
looking-
collect that already.
I'm trying to look for a really good heavy armor DPS set for my DK. I mean, I'm seeing a ton of
But it's not really
tanking
DPS.
stuff.
This would be more for a defensive.
Yeah,
tank.
I'm
Right.
seeing a ton of
This wouldn't
tanking.
do that, no. But that's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice set.
Oh,
There's
the
other good
affliction
ones like
set's
the
cool.
His Bark. You can craft.
His part's good. Yep.
Oh,
That's what I use.
I found the
Okay.
set. I gotta get the Ravager set. But where is that one located?
That's the,
Oh,
that's the
I'm gonna have the
DPS.
PvP. Dang it!
Here it
PvP
is,
vendor
Ravager.
and PvP reward bags is where I
Yeah.
get the Ravager set.
I'm
4% weapon. Well, we got to get you out there in Cyrodiil.
Yeah, I know.
You're out there every day.
Your melee
And
attacks have an
135
8%
health,
chance to
17
increase
weapon damage, and your attacks have an 8% chance to increase weapon damage by 60 for 10 seconds.
Yeah, 4% weapon crit, 135
Yeah.
max health. I
So you
mean,
figure like every 15 attacks, you're going to get that extra damage. you know.
yeah. See, what I'm using right now is I'm using a couple of crafted sets. I'm trying to remember which ones I'm using. I know it's a lot about crit. My guy's based off of
100
crit.
rage, you using that for DPS? Melee DPS?
Okay, I'm using Night Mother's Gaze. I know that one.
Oh, okay. That does
Ashen's
that
Grip?
spell and weapon
Link's
crit.
Rage.
The Night Mother's Gaze is because it has the 4% weapon critical.
Right,
Up to
yeah, and the
8%.
And spell
7%.
critical, right?
Yeah, it's got 4% spell critical, 8% weapon critical. I don't know if I have
Uh-huh.
the 5 trait on that one. One of them I
can't
have the
find
5
it in here,
trait.
but I remember that set.
Yeah, I have Hunling's Rage, and the other one I'm using is Ashen Grip. That's what I use for my DPS.
Oh, here it is.
I think I might
It's
be using
crafted
that
set. Yep, Night Mother. Oh, critical attacks also reduce the target's armor for 5 seconds. I didn't realize that on Night Mothers.
Yeah.
one. Why can't I remember what the other one was I was using? Might have.
I want to get my.
What was Path? I've used that. I'm currently using Seducer.
I'm not
Yes.
using
I
Ashen
looked
Grip.
into
that one.
Magnus. Magnus also looks like it's a viable crafted set. So I'll
Oh, you know what's an awesome set for people who do PvP that's crafted? Night Silence.
Night Silence.
Silence, yeah.
You ignore
Yeah, that's-
movement speed penalty while sneaking.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ignore movement speed while sneaking. Yep.
That's a good for what do you call it? Night Blades.
Or PvP in general, man. Anyone can sneak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta rethink my armor, and I definitely want to get some of these sets that are dropped because some of the bonuses are.
Well, make sure
incredible.
you look through when you do decide what you're looking for. Look through our warehouse inventory because there might be some pieces in there that are
It could
already
be,
there
yeah,
for
like
you.
I got the Soulshine ring.
Yep. Yep.
I use
might
both
find some
medium
pieces.
and heavy, so I want to do a heavy set up to 5-piece,
Yep.
and then do a 5-piece medium set.
Oh, the medium sets have a lot of options here. If you click on there,
That's what I'm
Look
looking
at
through right
those.
now. Night Mother's
Yeah.
Embrace.
Well, one of the ones that they're saying is going to be valuable when 6 comes out is Hide of the Werewolf
Why is that?
because of
because the
change
ultimate.
to
Oh,
ultimate
the
not
generates
being
3
driven
ultimate.
by criticals anymore. Hide of the Werewolf will, when you have the 5-piece, will generate the ultimates when damaged.
Yeah,
free ultimate every time you're
Yeah.
damaged, once every 5 seconds.
my ultimate
Yeah.
build on my DK is going to drop because it's based off of crit.
Yeah, a lot of people were that way, so you got to change your.
I'm still going to
Change a
base it
lot
off
of
of
your
crit
stuff.
though for the massive amount of damage. I mean, I'm like
Right, same here. I'm not changing that because of that.
I'm over a
But
60% crit.
There'll be other ways to change things. We just have to wait and see what they do.
Yeah. I'm at 60% crit, I believe, on my melee, and then when I hit my buff, the one that gives us, I have it morphed to where we can get bonus crit off of it. I'm at 100% for that 5-10 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, it won't affect. It'll definitely hurt your ultimate, but it won't. You just still do the damage. So what the heck?
Yeah.
Oh,
Interestingly,
So I
there's
don't
only a
understand
couple
people,
sets here.
changing their ultimate critical so they for the loss to the ultimate. It's like wow, you're still doing damage, and
I'm looking at this Oblivion Edge set. This is a great set for leveling up because a 5-item piece on that one is when killing an enemy, you fill an empty gem and heal yourself.
Did you look at
See how
Oblivion
powerful the healers are.
Foe?
What, Justin?
Did you see Oblivion? What Oblivion's Foe does? It's a high-end crafting one. You have to have 8 traits, but when you have all 5 items, when you revive an ally the cooldown for it's every 4 minutes, but you recover 2 soul gems.
Oh, jeez.
I don't
never
think
had a problem
that's
with-
valuable though.
Like every day, I get more soul gems than I had the day before. I do
Yeah,
okay.
all you got to do is have empties. If you have that
If
pass,
you have empties in the world line, yeah,
every time you what is it? Every time you hit or kill somebody, there's a
kill
10%
someone, there's a
chance it'll
chance.
pull a soul gem.
Yep.
So that to me would be that's
Yeah,
kind
so I
of a
don't need any of
wasted.
those
That's kind
soul
of a
gems.
wasted fifth item, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I was looking at more of the healing yourself part.
The set I really want is the Prayer Soul set. It's a PvP vendor bag set.
Oh, here I found the set I need to get, guys.
What's that?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, where's it at?
It's in the dropped medium near the bottom. It's the 5-piece on that one. Because I'm a stamina build, it adds 86 max stamina for 2 and 3, 16 weapon damage on 4, and on 5 you get Hawkeye, which reduces the cost of bow abilities by 5% and increases their damage by 5%.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
you would be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine you with that?
Oh, I can.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right
The amount
now.
of damage you do now
Oh
with,
my
with your bow
gosh,
is,
it's PvP vendor bags.
of course. Well, you got to get out there and
Well, there's a
maybe
Kind's
we'll
Flight.
have to do some suck up time in PvP land. You know,
I got
that's
to.
all.
Because I'm seeing
You ever
all
look
this.
at the Kind's Flight?
What's
That
that?
comes from VR1 and Craglorn. That's for a bow.
There's Archer's Mine, too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've got an Archer's Mind helmet right now, if that's something that you need.
It's attacking from a stealth increased critical damage by 15%, critical damage increased by 5% when not attacking from stealth. And it adds a total of 9 critical with all 5 pieces, non-stealth. And 23% one stealth. That's nuts. Oh, that's Dragon Star Arena. Okay.
Well, that we can do. That's doable.
It actually adds 13% crit base,
Which one was this?
and then 23% if
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
stealth.
Right. You're right. Yeah, I missed. Oh, 4 and yeah. I didn't count one of the 4%.
You left 4% out.
I left it out.
Shame on you, Joe.
But I really
It's
like
Star Arena.
that
That's where I got
Archer's
that from.
the Hawkeye set. That thing's awesome.
Yeah, well, for you, your style of with your you could certainly use that for your medium set part
Mhm.
for when you're in your
Well, I use
bow
my
mode.
my bow my bow set or my bow setup is actually used for PvP anyway.
right.
Let me see. Let's take a look at some of these light armor sets here. There's a lot of these are really awesome too for magic users.
Oh, the light armor? Yeah.
And healers in particular.
Ooh.
Like the Prayer Soul set that I was talking about earlier adds max magicka, adds spell damage, magicka recovery at 4, and its 5 item bonuses 3% chance to grant that X point damage shield when you heal an ally.
Did you see the Archer's Mind one down at the bottom of medium?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
just talking about.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I
we
didn't
talked
see
about
that one.
That's the arena one.
Okay, I like that. I like Sentry above that.
Yeah.
I heard of another one that I don't see in here, but it was, I think, the Blessing of the Potentate. That was good for Ultimate, and I'm trying to figure out
Ooh.
where that is.
Blessing of the what?
Blessing of the Potentate. I actually wrote it down. I saw
Potentate.
that somewhere. Oh, here it is. I found it. Weapon set. Let's see what it does. Yep. Reduce cost of ultimate abilities by X amount.
When you guys talk about these sets, don't forget to mention where they're obtained.
Yep. Let's see where it's obtained. I'm not familiar with this particular one.
PvP.
Does it say PvP? I don't see
Yeah,
it.
it's down below there. It says
Well-
PvP reward bag for Fine and Epic and PvP vendors.
Oh, yeah. PvP vendor.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
can
who-
actually purchase it.
Who's up
Yeah.
for some PvP after the show tonight?
Well, I'll try it.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah, I finally have a reason to even get in, to even think about getting in there.
Yeah, I mean, you get so much AP. I mean, I still have like 200,000 AP left, and I still bought a bunch.
I got AP from the times I've been in there. I've never used them really, except to buy Siege that I donated to the guild. So
I'm looking at some of these light armor sets. They're insane.
Wow, Deadly Strikes adds 10% weapon critical. Well,
I just bring up the
that's not
ultimate
worth
because
anything.
the way ultimate generation is going to change potentially in 1.6.
Yeah.
Healer's Habit. That's
Elegant
fun.
set. VR8, VR7 and 8, and VR14, even levels 41 through 47. And it adds weapon damage. It adds Mass Magica twice. And then on the 5, Elegance, light attack and heavy attacks damage increased by 10%.
Nice.
That's a light armor set that you get from the VR. The 41 through 47 drops from level 41 to 47 enemies. VR 8, 7 to 8, again, VR 7 to 8 enemies. The VR 14, the epic quality versions, drop from bosses in Sanctum Ophidia.
Oh wow, that's a tough trial. I've
Yeah.
never been in that one.
Those are really awesome looking set pieces.
Did you see the Shrouded Armor and Medium Armor sets?
No, I didn't.
It's adds stamina recovery, magical recovery, max health, and then health recovery with 4 items. Then at 5 items, you recover 640 health when activating an ultimate. Every
For-
time you activate your ultimate.
Cyrilus in chat, a lot of the armor is not going to be changing in 1.6 from what I understand. Very few. In fact, I believe they're adding new sets.
I think what he might be indicating is other things
Oh,
are
yeah, the
changing like the
things,
mechanics
yeah.
of ultimate gen.
That make you rethink what you're going to be putting on your.
Exactly. So yeah, a
Gotcha.
lot of people may change their armor setup, their gear.
And that Shrouded Armor is also available in Craglorn bosses.
Oh my
the
gosh!
R1 enemies.
I found-
level 15 through 23, by the way.
I found the most epic light armor DPS set.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I just lost it, but here it is. The
Oh, that's
infallible mage, as 4%.
Infallible?
It's VR 14 only, as
Oh, I see
4%
it, yeah.
spell critical. On 3 items, enemies you damage with fully charged heavy attacks have 10% reduced armor and spell resist.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 item
I
set
bet this is arena.
adds spell damage. The first 5 item
Nope.
set, your fully charged heavy attacks do additional 80 damage. The second 5 item set bonus adds 4% spell critical.
Wow.
That's
It
incredible.
is a 5-item set. Yeah, it's from Sanctum Ophidia, the
Yeah,
toughest trial.
Sanctum Ophidia.
Yep. At least they got good gear in there. That's good.
I mean, now it is interesting though how everybody would think. You think, oh, crafted item, crafted sets, whatever. You're always going to think crafted's better. Well, this is not
No.
true. You're seeing.
Yeah, it's
These-
not true.
We're showing here. It's not true.
Almost every
There
one of
is
these
a
sets I've
lot
seen that are
of good
dropped,
drop sets if you're willing to work for it.
They're
If you're
all
willing to
better.
Go out there and get it.
they're better than the crafted ones I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That gets me
Or as
excited.
good, whatever you want to call it. But
Well,
no
some
matter
of them
what
are
we're saying,
better.
crafted sets are good, but so are the drop sets.
Yeah, I gotta really get on my characters and really start working towards these. Who wants to do some trials too?
Wants to do some what?
Trials.
Trials.
Oh, trials. Oh, well, yeah.
Sanctum Ophidia.
12-man, guys. 12-man. We got to get a
Yeah.
good group together.
We've got to get the guild going on this stuff and really get them pumped up and going to do the big group content. Because it seems like a challenge lately to
Well,
get that
we-
going.
Well, I don't know. My arena, every time I run
Arena,
arena,
we
there's
got
people
groups
wanting to
going
do
with Arena and stuff.
it. Yeah.
I said big group content. Arena's
Well.
4-man.
Arena's like doing a dungeon run, set up forming groups, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But getting 12 people together to do.
Arena's a big deal though because it takes quite a few hours. You got to plan ahead.
Yeah, it's distance big, but group size wise.
Oh yeah, not group size
average.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, Sirlis, if you look at my screen, there are so many sets. I'm looking at the weapon sets right here. There's at least, 30, 40 of those? Light armor sets, you got 30 or 40 each of those. These are just drop sets. And then you have all the crafted sets.
I don't think
Yeah,
any of
there's
us in the show
ton of
realize that there were
stuff
this
out
many
there, that's
sets
for sure.
in the game.
Yeah,
I
I've been
think
playing
it's
this
news to all of
game
us.
for 2 years now. Since Alpha, and I didn't know there was this much in the game.
They did an awesome job with making all these different sets.
Well, and
I
they
am-
gave them a lot of power. I mean, these, some of them you're like, oh, yeah, okay. But then some of them you're like, holy moly.
You're like, where the hell has that set been hiding? I want.
Yeah, I'm wondering, why is it not, why isn't it there?
Why haven't I seen more of this?
So I need to do PvP on my DK to get some of the sets I want for that. I believe all the sets I want for my DK are PvP.
I mean,
Okay.
check this one out. It's a heavy armor set, Drog's Heritage set. It only is dropped by Dark Anchor bosses. There's 12 pieces available in the set.
Yeah.
They got they're 5 different weapons and 2 different chest pieces.
Okay, I'm
It
writing
adds
this down right now.
4% healing taken, adds max health with 3 pieces, adds max health with 4 pieces, and then if you get 5 pieces, it repulses, knocks down nearby enemies, and you can heal yourself for X damage if you're damaged while under 20% health. And that happens once every 20 seconds.
Okay, guys, what I want you to do right now is I want you to pick sets you want for your current characters, and we're going to work on towards getting those. Like, I want the Ravager set for my heavy armor. But that's, again, PvP vendor and bags. So I gotta get that. And then I want the Archer set for my medium. I want to do 5-piece this and 5-piece that if possible, but I'm going to spend a lot of time in PvP, dang it. It's the only thing
fun,
I'm
though.
not happy about.
Deal with it, Joe. PvP's fun.
Our guild does it
I
every
don't
year.
know. I'll argue with that, but I'm not going to argue in the show.
Yeah, I would be on your side on that one, Fred. I'm definitely more PvE
I
kind of
think
guy.
we're 2 and 2 on that.
Yeah. But I'm looking at, like, the different Archer sets, and it's just like, the Hawk's Eye, man, that's just...
Calling your name?
I'm gonna go all 60s on us here. That's the bee's knees.
Oh, yeah, you did go 60s. How was that time travel?
It was epic.
Hmm.
That's PvP vendor bags. PvP
Back
vendor
to my
bags. What's
childhood.
that? So explain to me, guys. What does it mean by PvP vendor bags? Is it like a bag you buy off a vendor?
buy
Okay,
from a
what that
vendor.
is, after you do so much out in PvP, you earn so many alliance points, you'll get a bag in the mail from the warlord, and she'll mail you bags. I mean, I
But
remember
it
one
says
of our
vendor bag, not
players at one
PvP
point,
bag.
they had like 25 bags or something. I think that was Ashton. So you can get a lot of bags in your mail in the night and in one night. And
So I
I've
got-
never gotten decent stuff in that.
And these aren't
Well-
bound, right? Those are bound on equip, so I can definitely
Yeah,
check
that-
our guild
yeah,
side for those. Our guild
yeah, I
banks.
believe you could trade it at least among your characters. I don't know if you can trade it to other players or not. I don't remember.
Yeah, none of it's bound. Everything I've ever gotten from the bags.
Yeah, I don't remember anything being
Yeah.
bound at all.
I could
actually.
also check
Yeah.
if I want to cheat this like a lot. I can go check guild vendors
Yeah.
and see if they are selling the Hawk's Eye set or the.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that's right. I have actually
Yes.
sold a number of Covenant PvP items on the guild store. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they're definitely not bound at all.
I think I've sold a few as well. Some of them are actually quite high value.
I don't want the Juggernaut set. That's not what I want. Ravager and Hawk's Eye. Those are the two I want to hit at 5. But the thing is, I got to hit him at the right VR level, though. I'm 13.
Ooh, there's a great one for somebody who's a werewolf.
What's that?
Savior's Hide. Savior's Hide's a medium set, and it adds stamina at 2 items, stamina recovery at 3, adds more stamina at 4. Then at 5, it reduces the cost of the werewolf transformation by 33%.
Wow.
And it drops in Craglorn.
Ravager sets, PvP vendors, PvP reward bags. See, the thing is, what I was asking, Vin, is that I'm seeing
Uh-huh.
2 different bags for PvP on these lists. One of them, sometimes
Yes,
it'll say
yeah,
PvP
there
reward
are
bag.
loot bags from PvP vendors. You purchase those with your alliance points. You get to pick
Okay.
in general what you want. You can say you want like a VR12 accessory, that kind of thing.
Okay, so it's random what it'll get after that.
I found
Yeah,
one
but-
that I want.
But
It's
do
like
you-
when you buy the little chest from the vendors at any other location, it's a random item that you could get from it.
exactly.
What did you find, Fred?
Oh, the perfect tank. Twin sister set.
Is that heavy?
Medium armor.
Oh, okay.
2 items adds stamina. 3 items adds max stamina. Again, for me, that's perfect. 4 items adds weapon crit, but 5 items, get this, when blocking, 20% chance to cause attacker to bleed for 800 physical damage over 8 seconds.
The Twin
Wow.
Sisters.
Perfect tank.
Yeah, there it
I
is.
think you
Twin
said that
Sisters,
earlier.
man.
Yeah,
me
I see
see.
an Archmage set looks kind of nice here. That's a PvP.
I
loot bag
wonder
for
if I could
vendors, so
find
actually
like
purchase them.
if there's a place where you can find what they look like. I'm just curious.
See, now that says it's a PvP vendor and PvP reward bag. Now, the reward bag is what's mailed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, the
reward bag is
PvP
up to you, no
vendor means you
control
can
over it.
buy it from a vendor.
But the
Yes.
PvP vendor, you can pick and choose roughly, the category you want, and then it's just welcome to draw in that category.
One thing I want to mention as well, guys, just so you guys know that the drop sets can be upgraded as well. So if you get a
Yes.
green piece, you can upgrade that to epic and legendary. If
Yeah.
you
Right,
go to-
in other words, a crafter could do it.
yeah.
Yeah, if you have a crafter, you can upgrade it.
Yeah, see, I'm not a crafter.
Okay, so the Twin Sister sets Redguard style.
Excuse me.
Some of these drop sets, a lot of them, especially the newer ones, the high end, have their own unique look. A lot of them also say like style, like the Twin Sisters is Redguard.
Right.
Let me see. The Ravager set I want is it had unique. It's a unique style.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that's got its own artist work to it.
The
Yeah, it's own
Hawkeye
artistry.
set is primal.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, I'm excited, guys. I want to get these sets
Ooh.
now.
Here's another nice one. Her Signs Veneer set. And you get this as drops in all the VR dungeons.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Mantis Cells, Spindle Clutching,
Sounds like it's a werewolf
Grotto, Wayrest Sewers, Elden Hollow, and
And-
Darkshade Caverns. And it's medium armor, and it adds 4% to healing taken, adds max stamina, adds stamina recovery, and then get this. On the 5-piece, it increases stamina recovery for up to 12 group members by 10%.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's it. I nominate Fred for the tank for when we do our trial runs.
Well, okay.
We'll make him one of the 2
One
tanks.
tank. I'll need a couple different tanks.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Wow, look at this quick serpent. When you kill an enemy, gain 75% increased movement speed for 3 seconds. That's incredible.
Yeah, and it reduces the ability stamina cost by 8%.
Yep, by 8%.
And
Yep,
I'm a stamina build.
Yeah, you and me both.
it's crit and stamina. VR12.
Which one was that?
Quick serpent. Let's see where it comes
Oh,
from.
that's right underneath where I was talking about, yeah. All stamina
Um,
reduces costs.
Doesn't say where it comes from here, does it? Or what am
Oh,
I
yeah.
missing?
It's
Oh,
number 10.
Cragmorn. Cragmorn
Yeah.
Trials.
Craglorn Trials. Last bosses and Craglorn Trials.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the sets drop off of those, and
Yeah.
these are buy now pickup, gentlemen. So you can buy the sets the pieces you're missing.
Mhm.
Probably
You
for
can.
an exuberant price, but you can buy them,
Yeah.
and that's a unique style too on that one.
Yeah, I see that.
Awesome. Well, Justin, have you found anything you want to look into, buddy? Like you're thinking about getting?
I went the Prayer Soul set.
All right,
It's a PvP set.
Vin and Fred, we got to give peer pressure to Justin.
Oh,
He needs to get a
Why?
high level VR character.
yeah, he does. He hasn't had
Uh-oh, what's his level?
VR2 is his max.
VR3.
Yeah, his highest level is VR3.
Boo.
Boo.
Come on, bro. Come on. You can do it.
Boo. You can't do all the fun stuff with us, Justin, at VR3.
Well, if you get on your other alt that's at my VR level,
I did today. You weren't around, man.
my subscription's ended right now.
Moving right now. He's packed.
Well, yeah, we got to give him a break because he is moving this
Yeah.
time. But he's going to have to really hammer it after he's moved in and he's comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. We got to pressure Justin
Hear
for
that,
that.
Justin?
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal after you moved in.
I just want to remind everybody really quick. Remember our challenge last week, ladies and gentlemen? If you guys have done video or have done this challenge, please email us or message us on
Yeah, we'd
Twitter
love to
or
see it.
something, just like
definitely.
screen pic, something like that. Just let us know you're doing it and tell us about it. We want to read it on the air, talk about it on the air, and see what you guys think and how you did it. Fred, what did you think about that? I know you weren't here with us last week.
I wasn't here yet, but I saw it and I thought it was cool. I'm gonna pick one, and I'm gonna choose and do it myself too. So I will. I have an open character space, so I can do that. But I haven't read through the ones that you did and choose which one I will do. I'll do something that I've never done though, So
Well, I can tell you guys right now, my week in game, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Fred, I'm sorry,
no, that's okay.
has been very, very minor. I did play my sorcerer, been leveling him up. I gotta get him one level to get my maximum champion points. One more VR level, he's almost there, so I'm getting that. But I predict PvP is in my near future. Yeah.
I wonder why.
I wonder why, Joe.
Both sets I
wonder why.
want freaking PvP.
No. it's
See,
just
look
because
at the chat room is
you're
saying-
missing out on something.
Chat room's even
Well,
saying,
something,
Justin,
Joe,
step
there
it
is
up.
one thing that makes it easy. I will say this: if you come out when we are playing in the groups, when the guild goes in group, you can get by hanging out with the group and just being involved. You'll get AP just being involved.
Correct.
I've done it a couple times with the guild already, though. I have.
What's that?
I have done that with the guild already a couple times. I think I'm like
Yeah.
4 ranks in the PvP already on my DK,
Oh, okay.
so I've done it.
Yeah,
I've done
Well,
it a
that's
few
what I'm saying.
times.
If you just go out and just hang out, and at least that way, you don't have to deal with the issues that bother you the most, or at least with me that bother me the most. For
Yeah.
the
We're
most
in a good
part.
campaign now. We're in Thornblade, so there's also allies. Like for a time, we were in a campaign where there was very little DC, and it was a little rough. So it's a little easier now.
Awesome. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind it, and the difficulty never bothered me. It's just I got bored with it after an hour or two.
Yeah, it's the same thing with me between boredom and between. No, never mind. That's not what we're here to talk about. But
Yeah.
All right, well,
the
Fred,
cool thing about PvP though is you can just come in for even a half hour and then you can go leave. It's not like a trial or an arena where it's more of a time commitment.
yeah. Well, Fred, let's change subject. What have you been up to, man?
well, obviously I've been sick, so I haven't been in the game all that much myself. But since the last show, Baranon did make it through a couple areas. He's in Shadowfen now. He built up through to VR10. He's halfway through VR10. Enjoying the story, having fun. He's slow, but that's the way I like it. Slow and easy.
Slow and steady. Hey, you're
Yeah, slow and
VR10.
steady.
Hey,
Vince,
it does win the race.
what really shocked me is that Vin is nearly max level.
Well, he's pushing now.
He surpassed me. You guys, when I hit VR 12, you both barely hit VR.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit VR 13, which I forgot to mention. I did hit VR 13 finally on an arena run that we did, but you guys have surpassed me. It makes me feel pathetic.
Well, the holidays I actually had time to play. I had some vacation time and I got more playtime.
No, that's
Well,
awesome.
and
man.
one thing else too, Vin is heavy into the AVA. So
Yeah.
AVA, you do level faster over there. So
For me, it felt slower when I did it.
well, you get there's a lot of group
Depends what you do.
activity, because of all the group activity, you get a lot of extra EP or XP, I guess,
Mhm.
from what I'm gathering.
Yeah. What about you, Vin? What have you been up to,
I'm
man?
a third of the way into 13 already, so I'm getting there.
Nice. What else? What else have you been up to?
Well, I just completed Stonefalls today. I found the story interesting. In the EP faction, it seems that they treat Daggerfall a little more harshly. Like they portray Daggerfall as fairly evil, actually more evil than the AD faction. I noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're
So.
being attacked. They're being attacked by him.
Oh yeah, and they're really vicious people that are like torturing and
Oh,
doing
yeah.
really bad things, poisoning the old ladies and stuff. So.
Yeah.
I have not had a problem with killing the Covenant people I've had to kill for the Pact because most of them were fairly evil, and one of them I was actually able to let go, so that was good. But it's been a very, very interesting time in Stonefalls. This is my first experience basically in the gold area. I enjoyed, as you know, the silver experience called Lost Silver with Mary Dominion. I found the stories there were slightly better than the Daggerfall Covenant faction, and I haven't seen enough yet of EP to really tell you for sure. But so far, I am enjoying my time in EP, and I like the ambiance, the Morrowind landscape that I'm seeing there. and so I really am looking forward to getting into Black Marsh. I don't know when I'm headed down there, but I know soon, and it'll be interesting because I've never actually seen that in any of these games.
Oh yeah, it's different. It's definitely different than what you normally
Okay.
see in Tamriel. That's for sure. What about you, Justin? What have you been up to, man?
Not a whole lot because you all think I need to step it up, but I got my character made for the challenge at least. I went
Well, that's
with
one thing you did.
I went with the mentally challenged Templar.